got one of these or something similar, this is a handy thing to have. Because if you were doing that by hand, or you started doing it by hand, I could get all the three done by the time you've just done that one with a drill. It's just a lot easier, especially if it's raining. Imagine it's pouring down with rain and you're winding that by hand, you're going to get soaked. You still might get soaked anyway, but at least you've got it done quicker. Okay, just wind yourself on the cable and the gas hose. Okay, what we've got here is storage under your bed, which is your spare wheel as well. You can see the spare wheel is sitting under your bed. Yeah. Also, you've got a cable, step, winder handle, and wheel nut spanner, which I'll show you when we get in. You can see there, look, it's got vents. Yeah. These vents are very important to keep clear. What they're for is to drop gas out. If you had a gas leak inside the van, it always goes to the lowest level. Yeah. Okay. If you block them up by putting stuff over the top of them, they're not going. The gas is not going to be able to escape.
Yeah. Is that fixed or not?
Yeah, that's fixed. Isn't it? Also important, obviously, you've got a large space under the bed. Don't put too much heavy stuff behind the axle, because obviously that will can cause more of a sway as well. Okay, and that's the jack there. Right, I've got my torque spanner here. Okay, it's important, obviously being an HGV driver, you're aware of the need to tighten wheel nuts. Okay, it is 130 Newton meters. It is, as I said, important to check these before you go each trip. Yep. Also, if obviously you take the wheel off and put another wheel back on it, say you've got a puncture, they recommend checking it another 30 miles down the road. Just check it again, just to make sure that it is secure. It is on your plate here. It does tell you on this little plate in the smallest writing you can find. Okay, it does tell you about the steel wheel as well, but obviously you've got the alloy, it's 130 Newton meters. Also gives you tyre size, pressures, and also your VIN number.
Is there a torque wrench setting on there?
Yes, that one there.
That's it. Okay.
Yeah, so it says there, wheel torque steel or alloy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right, 240 outlet. Got one there. Obviously you want to plug anything and put, if you're getting awning, obviously you can plug some electric into that if you want to. Gas barbecue. That point there sits inside that. That you will, if you're going to have one, obviously, is your gas hose will attach to that, and it just clicks in. Obviously, don't use a gas barbecue inside the awning. Obviously, the danger of carbon monoxide fumes. Always make sure it's outside the awning. Another exterior locker. Again, another drop vent there. What you see there, that box there is your alarm. Right. Okay, it does run off your 12-volt leisure battery. Okay, it has also got its own battery. So if, say, someone either disconnects that battery or you've taken the battery off to charge it, or someone's disconnected it, it's still got its own battery to obviously create a noise if it's obviously set. Yeah. Okay. The keys. We'll just put the door here, isn't it? Okay, you've got a big and a little key. Big key the door, little key the lockers. Yeah. The big key just does the door. You see all the little locks.
They're all locked, really.
Yes. Then what you've also got, obviously you got one and a spare of each. You also got your alarm fobs. Got a little torch at the end of it. That's your first button. Second button down is to set your alarm. Press that button once. Sometimes it takes a while. That's it. Also switches your awning light on when you set it, and then it obviously goes off after a few seconds. To turn it off, just press the button once again. So press the button once, it goes beep. One, that's alarm on. Yeah. Press beep twice. Also your side markers, and if you noticed, also flash as well. So 2 off. Yeah. Okay. I'll just set the alarm again. You can see that alarm set. Also, you can see there's a red light flashing in your awning as well. Okay. Awning light. Okay. So that's off. Okay. So it puts your awning light on when you switch it on or when you switch it off. Yeah. Okay. You can also switch your awning light remotely as well on its own. So that's the third button down. Okay. If you switch it on manually, which is that switch there, you can't switch it off in your fob. Okay? Yeah. Don't ask me why, but that's the way it works. So if you want to use your fob, don't switch it on manually. You can switch it on and off. Okay? Yeah. Right. And then the fourth button down, that's to do with, you can program the alarm to be slightly different sensitive or turn one side of it off or the other. Obviously there's not enough hours in the day to explain that one. No. Right. Okay? Yeah. Right, if you'd like to go inside. My slippers on because I get shaken up by the penalties if I get the carpet dirty. I might get shaken by you, but right. Obviously you can hear the radio going.
I was going to say I can hear the radio.
Yeah. So you got your radio there. It's very similar to a car style radio. Volume button. Press it, also mutes. On-off button is that little one there, which also scrolls between AM, FM, or switch it on and off, obviously.
Yeah.
Search your left and right there, obviously presets there. You can plug an MP3 player if you want to. Also, you got a single play CD with the eject button there. Obviously, plays it as soon as you put it in.
Yeah.
And you can eject the front off the radio as well by pressing that button there.
Okay.
Okay, and that switches it off. There we go. Right, so as we came into the caravan, just above our heads is a control panel. Okay, as you can see, obviously things are switched on, so obviously it is switched on.
Yeah.
The control panel's asleep. If I just press any button, it'll just light up what's up and running. 12-volt system's on, that's your power button. Water pump, it shows that's on. 240 is connected, leisure battery is connected, and that's showing the condition. If I press view levels, or loo levels, if I could say that, it's showing 14 volts. I know some days I go, oh, my brain goes right, puddle. Right, so that's showing 14 volts because that's going for the charge at the moment. And obviously your battery's normally around about 12.5 volts. Obviously a good battery. So obviously this has got a charger. Okay. So just to say, to switch the 12-volt system on and off, that's off. So see everything's gone off. To switch it back on again, just press it and flash everything up. You can also, if you've got your car attached, obviously check the voltage of the car as well.
Yeah.
Too. Okay. Right. So normally the first thing we do when we get to a van is get the water system up and running. Okay. I have primed it already. I'll just show you what we're looking for down here. See that little yellow switch down there?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the drain. Okay. So that will drain your hot water tank and all the rest of your system. Okay. So in that position it's at the moment, that's allowing water to run around without it all falling outside.
Right.
Okay. So for winter, make sure that is open. You get rid of all the water out of the system by opening all the taps as well. So open all the taps. All one.
And have on the other side as well.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Open them all up. Get all the water out. Okay, so obviously we want to get the water in. So we've got it in that position there. Before you switch the water pump on, make sure all the taps are shut. So there's 3 taps altogether. Obviously, you've got wash basin and shower in there as well. Make sure they're all shut. Okay, because you don't want water coming into the van when you're not ready for it.
Yeah.
Okay. Switch the water pump on, which is that button there. Okay, what we do next is obviously get all the air out of the system, because obviously if you've drained it, all the pipes are full of air now.
Yeah.
Obviously I have primed this already, but what you'll find is obviously you hear the pump, which is on board. Start obviously because I unplugged the pump or the pipe outside. Obviously it'll draw a bit of air in, so it may splutter. So that's what you'll normally find when you first start up.
Yeah.
It'll be spluttering like mad until it gets the air out of the system. Okay. Okay, then to fill your hot water tank, turn it to the hot side of your tap. Open it up. Again, you'll have a load of air spluttering out because obviously it's trying to push around about 10 litres of air out to fill it up with water. Okay, I don't know if you want to put your finger under there, but that's hot. Okay, it's not instant, that's obviously. Yeah, it's not instant heat, by the way. I thought I just heard something make a squeak then. Right, so once you've got a solid stream like that, your hot water tank's full. Okay, if it's still spluttering air, leave it running a bit longer.
Yeah.
Because what will happen if you don't get all the air out, the pump will continue to run for a longer period. Because as soon as you switch the tap off, it should stop. Yeah. More or less, not straight away, but more or less within a second or so. Do the same with each tap. Make sure you get all the air out of the system. So open up each tap, do the same. And you'll get all the air out of the system.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Happy getting the water?
Where do I fill the water? In a
you fill it acro.
inside.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You get the acro outside. Yeah.
Drag it.
You go and drag. You'll obviously it's called acro because it will roll. You got a handle. I don't know if you've seen an acro. It's got a handle on it which clips into the 2 ends, and you just roll it, which is really easy to roll.
Okay.
There's some clever person I think they're made in Telford.
All right.
Actually made in Telford. There's like a really clever idea someone came up with, which is just a barrel rolling. It's like simple ideas.
Yeah.
Right. So you happy with how to get the water in?
Yeah.
Yep. Good. Right. So the next thing is heating the hot water and heating your room. Okay, which is this control panel here. Okay. Right. This here is the on-off button. Okay, you can see that. The screen there.
Go on.
What we're seeing at the moment. Top line. Oh, I'll just increase the pressure. I'll just back pressure, temperature. I just want to show you the. Right. That symbol there is your circulation pump. So that's saying it's circulating the heating around your van. Okay. That there is showing it's got 240 connected, and that's showing the temperature of your room. Okay.
Yeah.
Just under that bed seat there, if you just open the front again, give it a pull. That's it. That's it. Right. On the right hand side there, you can see the consumer unit. See the yellow. Yeah. God, I'm struggling with words this morning, or this afternoon even. You got a yellow button there. Okay. If you press that button, that will switch the water heating off on electric. Okay. If you look up here now, little plug's gone. So if you see there's no plug there, you know you haven't switched that switch on.
Right.
So if you switch that switch back on again, plug comes up. We can operate it on electric now if we want to. Okay. Right. If we come back to here again.
You want this shut in?
Yeah. It's probably safer. Yeah. You don't want anyone tripping over it. Okay. So to set anything, we press the menu button. So we can change the temperature by just pressing plus or minus on there.
Yeah.
You can't physically switch the heating off once you've got water heating up and running. All you do is just bring the temperature set below the room temperature.
Right.
Set below room temperature. Nearly. There we go.
Yeah.
So circulation's stopped. So it's reached that temperature. If you want, especially in the summer, obviously you're unlikely to want the heating running, fingers crossed. Okay. I can say, did you just lean against a light switch then? Because I just saw a light switch flicker up.
Maybe it's me.
Switch. Oh, I think you might have just did that one there. That's all right. Just have you worried then. Right.
This might be me.
So if you don't want the heating running in the summer, all you do is bring the temperature below what that room temperature shows.
Yeah.
So if you obviously it's below there. In the winter, obviously in the summer at night time, obviously temperature can drop. So if you've got it set to say 18 degrees or whatever's comfortable, once the temperature drops to that, it will kick in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next one is your water heating. That's water heating off. If I press the plus button, that goes green, and half a triangle is coloured in. Don't ask me why it's a triangle and only half coloured in, but that's the normal running for your water heating. Okay, so that's how warm that water is now. That's the usual water heating setting. If I want to boost it, if I press the plus button, triangle is fully coloured in. What that's doing now is concentrating all the heating on the hot water for approximately half an hour. So if you wanted to use a shower, or if you want to do a lot of washing up, right? Yeah, obviously you may want to do that to give you that extra boost, especially on the shower, obviously. Extra boost of hot water. It will concentrate, as I said, for 30 minutes. So what it'll also do is shut down the heating side of it.
Yeah.
Okay? So the heating will be shut off for that half an hour. After that half an hour, unless you change the setting, obviously, it will allow the heating to come back on. Okay?
Yeah.
So I'll bring that back manually. Okay, the next two is the energy you're going to use. Okay, so that's electric off. It's just running on gas at the moment. You can run it on both energy if you want to. You got the equivalent of 1, 2 or 3 kilowatts. That's electric on its own. Or you can have gas on. Okay.
Yeah.
In the winter, obviously you may struggle on, if say a lot of people just run it on electric. In the winter you may struggle to get the temperature because obviously that boiler there is trying to heat the whole room and the water at the same time.
Yeah.
Especially when you first start up. So it's a good idea to fire up the gas side of it as well as the electric. So it'll boost the energy up, using the energy, obviously get it warmer a lot quicker. What it will do then, once it gets up to temperature, it will actually shut the gas off and continue to run on the electric. Okay, so you're not using your
whatever
gas.
you set the room temperature at,
Yeah.
Once it reaches out, it'll shut it off.
Yes. That's it. And obviously your water as well. But obviously if someone like myself leaves the door wide open, a cold blast of air comes in, temperature drops, it will then fire the gas back up again, boost the temperature, then once it gets to the temperature, shut the gas off again and continue running on the electric. Okay?
Yeah.
In the summer, you probably won't need that. 2 or 3 kilowatts is probably sufficient to warm your water up because you're unlikely to be using too much heating, especially during the day. Aren't you? Okay?
Yeah.
Happy with that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good. You sure?
Excellent. Yeah.
What's this button here for?
I haven't got that far yet.
Sorry.
I'm just making sure you're happy with this bit.
Yeah,
up
yeah.
first.
So
Right. Obviously, there's a sub menu, which is there's quite a bit of different stuff on there. Obviously, I don't want to go too much into that. I'll show you what the different things mean, but I don't want to go too much into depth of that because obviously, being new as well, that's the important bit there.
Yeah.
But there are timers, set the clock and things like that, which I'll run through now. I don't want to go too much depth because if I give you all that information in there, it's going to can confuse. Right. To use any timers, you need to set the clock. That is the clock icon there. So you just press that button, you can set the clock and day time. This one here is a timer. It's a nighttime timer for a reduced temperature timer. So a lot of people don't like it too hot at night. They can